The New
Absolutely, we
York
understand.
Times has reported that the NSA intercepted a conversation between two foreign nationals in a particular country talking about an individual close to Donald Trump. Individual has not been named. That information was then to be disseminated by the NSA to the rest of the intelligence community as a normal course of operations, and that Tulsi Gabbard blocked it and didn't allow the information to be disseminated. In fact, ran with it to the White House to talk to Susie Wiles about what it says, and then that information was never disseminated. The former inspector general, who was a leftover from the Biden administration, first determined that this urgent concern, which is a terminology we use with certain complaints in the intelligence community, was credible, then reversed herself that it wasn't credible. And then the current IG and the DNI are saying it's not credible. But credibility, it's not the same. It's not the same vernacular that we're talking about, like untrustworthy. It means in that context that they said they couldn't prove it,
right,
or verify it. And they never did an investigation beyond that. Now, we have been trying for months to get this complaint to the intelligence community. I'm sorry, to the committees, the Senate and House intelligence committees. And we were being blocked the entire time, ignored, effectively blocked. Now that this has become known, at first the DNI spokesperson was like, oh, this is, they just found out about this. The DNI didn't know about it before, even though they had already admitted that the ICIG had told us back in June that they made Gabbard aware of it back in June. There's a lie right there.
Yes.
And that Congress has had it for all this time. There's a second lie right there by the DNI spokesperson. Now the Gang of Eight has received a redacted version of, we think, the complaint, not any investigation.
There? Every time I hear Gang of Eight, I just wonder if they have jackets. Go ahead.
So the gang, normally the complaint or the information would go to the entire House Select Committee on Intelligence and the Senate Committee on Intelligence. You know, you're talking about, I don't know, I have to count 30 people, 30 members of Congress at least.
Yeah.
I forget exactly what's on each committee, 30 to 40 probably, and the staff members. The Gang of Eight, because they said it's so highly compartmentalized, the Gang of Eight is the chair and the ranking members of each of the committees, and then the senior leadership, like the Speaker of the House, the ranking man, all the top two in each. That's the eight. And I understand some of their staff, I believe, have been told too. I'm not sure. So we're trying to get the rest of the information to the oversight committees, so that they can get all the details.
And what is the importance of this? Why does it matter?
Well, there's aspects of that, some of which I can't comment on because I don't know to comment on, and if I did know, I couldn't because it would be classified. So, but I'll put it into two buckets.
Sounds like a Donald Trump. That's you're starting to sound like Caroline Leavitt. He didn't make the decision, but if he made the decision, it was the best decision ever made. But he didn't make it.
The two buckets are: one, obstruction of a complaint by a whistleblower from going to Congress for bipartisan, nonpartisan oversight evaluation.
Yeah.
It shouldn't make a difference what the politics are that's involved at all with respect to this complaint, because they should be doing their oversight authorities. The second part is the substance of it, which, as I said, I don't know. All I can say about this is, so far as what is being reported on it, if it were true, and you can speculate and hypothetically come up with scenarios as to what this could be, it sounds like an oh shit type of moment, if true. But look, when I represent whistleblowers, we are not generally there to advocate the underlying substance of what the complaint is. We're not there to defend the allegations. We're there to ensure the allegations get to the proper oversight authorities and that the whistleblower who's acting in good faith and could be wrong with their allegations, especially in the intelligence community, because often it's so compartmentalized, they don't know everything.
Right.
So absolutely could be wrong in any one of my clients' cases. But we make sure it gets to the appropriate oversight authorities and then they decide what should happen. And that has not happened yet.